In this next lesson, we're going to be talking about trigger words, or another name would be punch words. This is all to do with comedic timing, and this is one of the foundation blocks in humor development and delivery. You get this wrong, you may end up with silence where you expect audience laughter. You get this right, you can end up with not just chuckles and laughter, but belly laughs and even rolling laughter, and that's what we're aiming for. I know you may be asking yourselves, okay Dave, this sounds intriguing, but what's the process? And the process is very simple. First of all, you've got to write out your content, and you're going to hear me say this over and over again in the lessons. If you want to really explore the potential for humor and drill down, you've got to write out your content. Then the next thing I want you to do is just stand back and look at your written content and ask yourselves, where are the sentences where there's going to be a twist at the end with the potential for audience laughter. And what you might want to do then is highlight those sentences so that you know that this is the area that you're going to invest your time. So now you've highlighted your sentences, the next thing I want you to do is to start ripping out what I call fluff words, words that are providing no value. Let's get these sentences short, concise, and visual. Sometimes I'll add in a word or change out a word to make it more visual. So we've now worked on getting our sentence structure tight. The next thing we want to do is work on structuring the sentence so that we've got rhythm and intonation developed so that it gives the audience an indication that we're building towards a twist and a trigger word where they're going to end up laughing. And the way you do this is you basically have to start reading it out loud and making edit until it starts to really flow. And then what you're going to do is find that trigger word, that sharp, clear trigger word that once the audience hear it, bang, they explode into laughter. Again, that's just going to be a matter of staring at your sentence and going, what could be the best punch word that I can use? Do I have to restructure my sentence to get it there, or do I need to put a brand new word at the end of the sentence to get that trigger going? And then I'm going to, after that, just keep reading it out loud, and what you'll find, you'll do some more edits to fit your speaking voice so it sounds natural. So what I want you to do now is basically watch a 1-minute video of this in action, and a couple of things I want you to look out for. I want you to listen to the rhythm and the intonation and watch the audience at the same time. So I'm trying to give them an indication that I'm building towards a twist, and then I want you to listen for that sharp trigger word, and I want you to at the same time watch the audience's faces, and you'll see their faces just shine as they explode into laughter. Mission accomplished. This is what I want you to achieve. I'll talk to you in a little while. Inside our house in winter, you could actually see your breath. To stay warm, the family would sit around the kitchen table with a candle in the middle. And when it got really cold, my dad would light it.